Ladies and gentlemen, the world's #1 sports and recreation podcast is here. It's Wednesday, February 12th. I don't know where Emilio is. I think I sent him the link too. I did, didn't I?
You can check. I think you did.
I think I did. But you never know with Emilio. You never know if it's Sleepy Sparks today. Yeah, he got it. But he has a lot. This guy's working on a lot of podcasts. I go into our little thing that I have that stores all the footage. He's got names of podcasts I think he's doing stuff on the dark web, this Emilio Sparks. I mean, the guy he's doing things up a storm. Anyways, coming to you from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. It's the home of the Super Bowl champion Eagles. They've won over his heart. It is Statguy Greg.
And I got to say, my time as an Eagles fan has been just incredible. Just nothing. It was the best 2 weeks of football I've ever experienced. I gotta say,
I respect it. That's how you want to be a fan.
That is
the best 2 weeks you dream about. From Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Jace, and coming to us from a unnamed hotel, not the Airport Hyatt, is Brian Dipperstein.
Having a lot of hotel issues, I can tell you that right now.
A lot of hotel issues?
I won't tell you what hotel I'm in and why, but I will tell you I'm having some issues with this hotel.
What, you just told us you saw a cockroach.
I saw a cockroach. I saw a cockroach. I did see one. I don't.
Where was it in the room?
In the bathroom.
How big? Are we talking like a big water bug one, like a big one, or a smaller one?
A small one. I wouldn't say a baby cockroach, but like a one that a teenage,
a medium-sized cockroach.
I saw a teenage cockroach right by the shower.
So SGG and Dip both say cockroach.
Yeah,
I say cockroach.
And like I said, that sounds even more disgusting than cockroach.
I just, do you think you guys say cockroach because of la cucaracha? because in Spanish it's obvious it's cucaracha, and you guys are saying cockroach.
Yeah,
but it's really cockroach. There's no A in the English version after the cock. It's just cockroach.
Yeah, but sometimes there's silent letters that are there, but you don't pronounce them. But then sometimes there are letters that's not there that you pronounce. Also.
You know, I almost searched for it, but I was like, I don't want my Google to have cockroach in the. No, I am good. I don't need random things to start showing up. Did you guys see my post? Did you guys see my post on IG stories the other day about what ChatGPT was saying to me when I was asking questions?
Yeah, I saw it.
No.
What is that? I mean, that's crazy. By the way, I've only used it a few times. The only thing I like about ChatGPT is the image generator. That's something.
I haven't used the image generator.
Oh my God. It's something plus.
What, you can tell it to make an image?
Yeah, like make a movie poster about 3 guys doing a podcast about wrestling and joking about cockroaches. And it'll literally generate a movie poster about.
Wait,
I'm gonna test that.
Wait, and that's in the chat.
Write that exact thing.
But hold on. It's in the ChatGPT app. You can do that.
Yeah, it's go to the left drop down menu and go to image generator, and if you type in create a movie poster about 3 guys doing a podcast talking about cockroaches.
Oh, that's gonna be scary.
3 guys doing a wrestling podcast about and talking about cockroaches.
And see what it does.
Oh yeah, your mind is about to be blown.
So I went on ChatGPT the other day. I said, "What is Peter Rosenberg's dog named?" SGG, and it said Peter Rosenberg's dog is named Teddy. He shared some moments on social media featuring his dog and talks about how much he loves it and enjoys spending time with Teddy. I responded, false. And they said, "I apologize for the mistake, Peter. I apologize for the mistake. Peter Rosenberg's dog is actually named Hooch." So then I said, "What podcast is Peter Rosenberg on?" And it said, Peter Rosenberg is the host of the popular podcast, The Brilliant Idiots, which he co-hosts with Charlemagne the God and Andrew Schultz. So then the next day, I actually logged into ChatGPT. I signed up with a name and password. It immediately got those questions right. So just so you know, it blatantly lies to you unless you sign up for it, and then it will start telling you the truth.
Wow. Another layer of bullshit.
Yeah.
Another layer of bullshit.
Now, here's the question I want to pose to both of you. Do I complain at the front desk when I
about the cockroach?
About the cockroach. Do I tell them I saw a cockroach?
I would.
Absolutely.
Do I get money off on the room as a result of the cockroach reporting?
No. Probably not.
I just said who is Brian Dipperstein?
Mhm.
Brian Dipperstein, which it capitalized the P in your name, which is interesting. Dipperstein.
Yeah, I understand that.
Is a prominent talent manager, up to date, and president of Image Management.
Oh, that's a new one.
What is Image Management?
I have no idea. I've never heard that.
He is known for managing high-profile actors, writers, and other entertainment industry professionals. He has developed a strong reputation in the entertainment world for his sharp negotiating skills and ability to cultivate long-term client relationships.
That's true.
Yeah.
Let's try Stat Guy Greg. Greg, who is Stat Guy Greg? It's taking a long time to think about this one.
Did you do the image generator, Greg?
Stat Guy Greg, hold on one second, one at a time.
Okay.
Stat Guy Greg, whose real name is Greg Hyde, is best known as co-host and producer, congratulations, on the popular wrestling podcast Cheap Heat alongside Peter Rosenberg. You're now dead, Dip. He gained his nickname for deep knowledge of professional wrestling statistics, trivia, and history, which he often shares on the show. Wrong again.
Well, that was right at one point. That was right at one time.
Greg is beloved by wrestling fans for his insightful commentary and his contributions to discussions about WWE and wrestling culture overall. His work with Rosenberg has helped build Cheap Heat into one of the most respected wrestling podcasts. How do you like that?
Salute Chat GPT.
I'm going to ask, isn't Brian Dipperstein? Hold on, I'm asking, isn't Brian Dipperstein also on Cheap Heat? It's thinking. Yes, you're correct. Brian Dipperstein is also a co-host on Cheap Heat, the wrestling podcast hosted by Peter Rosenberg. Dipperstein, often referred to as, hold on, it says Dipperstein with the capital P in it still, often referred to as, quote, Dipperstein, no longer has the capital P. Brings a unique perspective with his sharp humor and entertainment industry background. Alongside Rosenberg and Stat Guy Greg, he helps make Cheap Heat a well-rounded podcast that covers wrestling news analysis and cultural moments with a blend of humor and insider insight.
Wow. What a great guy ChatGPT is. A great guy.
Well, hold on. No, we have to test this, though. We have to test this to see how much is... Like, if you just say, is so-and-so also a part of Cheap Heat? If ChatGPT is just going to freestyle.
Wait, did you see what SGG sent you? It's terrifying.
It's in the email. Put it up. Show for the people. I sent this so that we could.
Oh my God! Hold on. If you're watching on video, if you're watching, no, just stay there. Just look. Just wait, Dip. I'll show you here. SGG has now. He went on ChatGPT. He did what Dip told him to do, and here we have it. Professional wrestling podcast. It says there are titles. There are belts hanging everywhere. There's 3 nerdy white guys, one of which looks like Kenny Omega on the left, Mark Maron in the middle, and Games Over Greggy on the right. And there's cockroaches on the table. I mean, there's wrestling belts in the background.
It looks like Andre.
How mage is this?
I need to be using this more.
Is this crazy? I'm sorry.
Until this gets popular, I should be doing more things, like all the time.
I know. I'm blowing people's minds with this because
you don't. By the way, stop. Keep it to yourself.
98% of the people have never seen that before.
Well, so Natalie, for all the stuff Natalie has shown me with AI, she's never shown me that specifically, making a poster like that.
Yeah.
So wait, it's on the drop-down menu?
Yeah. Image generator.
On the regular ChatGPT app?
Yeah.
Why am I not seeing it when I go to the drop-down menu?
I don't know. Maybe you have to sign. I think you have to sign.
No, it says Explore GPTs.
I'm going to show you.
AI Video Maker.
That too, I'm sure. I haven't
image generator. Okay, image generator.
You see it?
Yeah. So if let me try again.
You just type it in like if you would type anything.
Make a poster.
Okay.
Peter Rose. Should I say movie poster?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Make a movie poster.
Say create.
It'll understand about Peter Rosenberg being the #1 expert and early adopter of Kendrick Lamar. See. It's thinking.
You'll get something for sure.
Well, it's all. Wait, I'm seeing a message underneath. It says a movie poster depicting.
Oh,
Peter
because
Rosenberg.
you can't do real people. Like, so you can't say Peter Rosenberg and Kendrick Lamar. Like, you can't use real people's likenesses. It's part of it. Like,
Hold on. Well, it does look like it's trying it.
it's not going to do it.
Oh.
You can't you can say make a movie poster of a popular radio broadcaster and his deep knowledge of a very popular hip hop artist. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yeah.
About how he is the. Oh, but that's what makes this tough, is that you can't.
Or
Now, what if you
would be like, make a movie poster of Donald Trump, pooping on the toilet, and like then you can't, you know what I mean? Like people would be creating crazy things that are not.
What if you say about a wrestling podcast called Cheap Heat? It'll figure out that there's a podcast called Cheap Heat and it won't do it?
No, I think it would.
With 3 hosts.
You could say 2 are white, 1 is black. You could say 2 are white and Jewish, 1 is black.
One bald Jewish man with glasses.
Yeah, you can go crazy detailed with this. You could say 1 is better looking than the other.
Wearing a tie on the left. And a smaller, good-looking Jewish man with different glasses on the right. Let's see if we can figure this one out.
Did you say you're bald?
Yes. This is a big effort I'm giving to ChatGPT.
It'll do it.
Now the image. Hold on, but it's writing the word prompt first. Oh, it's like writing out the whole thing. Oh, wow. Then it says select the modification number, add wrestling props or a microphone. Yeah, sure, do that. I'll choose number 1.
What?
Yeah, man.
Nah, this is insane.
Guys, we're figuring out the world right now. It's all happening. Now, what if they do it? What if they not only do it, but it looks exactly like us?
It's going to be your mind will be blown from this.
By the way,
right.
We're having fun with this. I'm not Captain Conspiracy. I think this AI thing could go very bad in our lifetime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is this entertaining to the listeners? Maybe
Probably not. Probably not. But if you're watching on video, at least, the version it did of me, first of all, it knew to give me a beard. I don't think I said beard, and it did give me a beard. Did
it make me extremely good looking?
I don't think it could make you better looking, but it will hope for just good looking.
All right, I'm gonna post it right now. It's asking. It's telling me now it's asking if I want to give it more prompts to make it different. And then after we look at this image together as a family, we'll now talk about the world of professional wrestling. All right, I have it. It's here. We're going to share the screen again. Tell me what you guys think of what they came up with. Wow, there's a lot you could do with this. SGG turned into Cameron with glasses.
Yeah, this is insane.
And I didn't tell him for you to have glasses.
I think just because everybody else got glasses.
This is amazing.
Glasses.
It's not bad, except why do I look like that annoying lunatic pro-Israel actor who's on Stranger Things?
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
I look just
great.
like Dip, you look great. It looks nothing
do.
like you, but you look great.
It looks a little like me.
Oh, Jace, yeah, it looks like you. But don't you think SGG became Killer Cam?
The hairline could be a little stronger.
No, it's more like it's Cameron It's like
No, it's Cam Jace. Yeah. It actually looks like my old friend Mike Spence. All right, fun with ChatGPT. Who knew that we would start here? Welcome to the program, everyone. We hope everyone is doing fantastic. I'm happy to report we are doing a tremendous job in this house, thanks to our great night nurse, Margaret. Do you guys know I feel like a lot of trepidation and shame when I mention the night nurse?
Why?
I generally feel like immense shame because, and like I'm spoiled, and I'm like so privileged that I feel bad when people. Because, dude, let me tell you something. Yep, we have not talked about this yet. Let's talk about the phrase "getting any sleep."
Getting any sleep. I mean, listen, I don't have any children, but I will tell you, I have heard "getting any sleep" almost every time. As much as at the Super Bowl, as when I was at the Super Bowl last week or the media week,
The
when'd you
freaking
get in?
weekend.
When'd you get in?
Yeah.
And for the game?
When'd you get in?
When'd you get in?
Why
Yeah.
do people have to ask when you got in?
It's the most thing it starts off a
It's a
conversation.
good. Yeah, I was gonna say it's a good starter.
Hey, when'd you? Hey, oh, nice to meet you. When'd you get in? Are you staying for the game?
You staying for the game.
Yeah, that's-
So your answer was always, "Oh, I got here Wednesday." No, not staying for the game.
I got here Wednesday. Let's see if a ticket falls from the sky.
That was your line,
Yeah,
and that was the truth. I'm sure
it was.
you would have stayed had a ticket fallen from the sky. Question: did the freaking weekend stay for the game?
No.
He went home too.
Yeah.
Who wants to stay for the game? I mean,
No
unless
one seemed to be staying for the game, and no one wanted to or cared. Everyone wanted to get out before the psychosis.
the only way you're staying for the game is like if you're Gilly, like if you're the biggest fan ever of the team. Like
Or if
otherwise,
you're there, you stay for the game if you're like not in the media business. You're just a person coming for the game.
right, sure. Or you work for some big rich company and they have a suite and everyone's going to the game. Otherwise,
Let me tell you, everyone seemed to have a suite. I don't know how many suites are at this arena, the Superdome, but everyone seemed to have. Are you going to the game? Yes, I'll be in a suite. Everyone has a suite. Everyone's in a suite. How many people can be in a suite? How many companies could be associated with suites? How many suites are there?
It's a great question. My guess would be something as big as the Superdome. I'm sure we can ask ChatGPT this, but my guess would be they have 60 suites.
It's got to be more than that, based on
Maybe 100 suites. Could there be 100 suites?
Yeah,
all around the whole dome.
Two levels of suites.
There's 2 levels of suites.
And everyone's walking around the suites. Hello, goodbye. I'll talk to you later.
Hold on,
what suite are you in? At what time?
Let's. By the way, the selfish prick move that was Trump going to the game. Like, I think he viewed it as like he did this great thing. I'm the first president to go to a Super Bowl. Plenty of presidents love sports. I could go chapter and verse on how many love sports. It's an event that's already crazy is now made double crazy because the president's there.
Mm-hmm. All the security.
Insane. By the way, don't forget, New Orleans had a terror attack in the beginning of January. So was it crazy? Was the security and stuff crazy or no?
It was not normal. It was pretty intense.
It was intense.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, when we pulled with our car into the media area, it was sniffed. It was about a football field away. You had to go get the car sniffed by a dog and searched.
Wow.
And then after that, the trunk open, the dog sniffed. Then you go into another security area where they check everything 10 times. Like they checked 3 times that our car needed to be there.
They're doing this with a car that has freak in it?
Oh yeah.
That's freaking.
Yeah.
Now back to the lecture at hand. When people say, "You getting any sleep?" This is how I end up talking about the night nurse because I'm such a goody two shoes.
You snitch on yourself.
Yes. I should just go, "Oh, it's crazy." I should just do that. These babies. But instead I go, we have a night nurse. Yeah, I'm mostly sleeping.
Well, that's what you say. I mean, in Los Angeles, you say that. And everyone goes, "Oh, good, okay."
Yeah, thank God.
No,
but like
New York, I don't know.
I feel this like this guilt around having the night nurse. If we didn't have the night nurse, I don't know if the child would have made it. we were learning to parent from this woman. How else do we know what to do?
That's what I'm gonna say. What's the guilt? Isn't the point supposed to be to make your child's life as comfortable as possible? Not to just have one and just have it running around doing whatever, however.
Well, no, I mean, you want the child to be as healthy and happy as possible.
Right.
Now.
So if you're doing that, what's the
that child? If that's what you want.
What'd you say?
Put on Mania 6 for that child if that's what you want.
Exactly. Now, when it comes to as comfortable as humanly possible, listen, I'm going to have decisions to make in a few years about what kind of treatment this child gets when it comes to travel and games, like going to games. Like, I got to tell you, the other day I sat in business class next to a 15-year-old, like a 14. I wanted to curse him out. Because
he didn't earn it.
And
no, he was
playing
fine.
the game with the sound.
No, he was the kid.
Yeah.
What do you mean with the game with the sound? No. He had headphones on. He was polite, totally polite kid. He's clearly done it before. This is how he flies with his family, is in business class, and he's polite, and he did not bother me, and he was fine. But I wanted to take off his headphone and say, I didn't sit in business class once until I was 40 years old. You little shit. That's what I wanted to say, and I'm still paying for upgrades myself out of my own pocket. Dip, you're going to work on that, right? We'll work on that.
I see.
Yeah. But so I'm going to have to make decisions about what kind of privilege she gets. But I'll tell you one thing. And by the way, I talked to Freakin about this once. I had a conversation about Freakin with this specific subject. When their baby, when Rue was about to turn 2, I said, so what are you doing with the travel? I said, because you and Becky have to fly first class. He goes, yeah, but we have to pay for Rue's ticket now. So am I going to pay for another first class ticket every time we travel, even if we're going someplace far? It's like crazy. So you have to come up with like, I think you got to
pay for an infant. Do you have to pay for a newborn infant on a plane? No.
Up until 2.
Yeah.
You pay like taxes or something.
Yeah.
Is that it, SGJ? Is it just taxes?
Yeah, it's just but then after that, full seat, full fare.
After 2, it's full seat. So I've come up with a plan. I'd like to share it with the audience because I know I'll get emails and messages from our smart listeners.
Listen, one of you is turning right and one of you is turning left. That's just it.
No, you can't do that. What am I going to do? I'm going to go to business class and send my wife and child to the back.
You could alternate
with the filthy animals like Brian Dipperstein. I can't do that.
I'm one of the biggest economy guys in the
yeah, exactly. No, but here's what I think the plan is. I think when you get to 3, once Maya is 2+, assuming we don't have another child, of course, who knows what happens then. But I think what you start looking for is the first row in economy, and you get the whole row. The 3 of us sitting in the first row in economy. I think that is probably your best play. What do you think, SGJ?
Yeah, like as close as you can get to first class without being in first. Like,
well, and it's your own row, and you don't have to get past people. Like you're in the front. Like you're still in the front of the plane, but
yeah,
you're still with the low lifes like Dip.
That wouldn't work for me because I need that leg room. So like, you know how you hit that wall when you're in the first row.
Well, you think they're I thought the front row usually has the most room in economy.
I need to stretch a little bit more. So
you need exit row.
Yeah, but I can't be all exit rows way in the back. You know?
How was your flight back from Grexico this weekend?
Oh, it was good. It was good.
Grexico.
Yeah.
Were you didn't go first class, did you?
No, I didn't.
So it was a regular coach seat from Grexico.
Yeah.
Were you a window seat?
I took the aisle.
Took the
windows
aisle.
to the windows too far. Yeah.
I got to tell you guys something right now. Greg Hyde, from the very popular Cheap Heat podcast.
That's right.
Known as Statguy Greg, where
known
he
for
gives
his
out
statistical analysis.
Known for his statistics and analysis. If Statguy Greg, you see him walking down the aisle of the plane, Dip, I think he's in the category of you going, please don't sit next to me. He's like
He's
six. How tall are you?
6'3".
He's 6'3" pounds.
Mm-hmm.
You're avoiding. You're going, just keep walking, buddy. Just keep on walking.
Yeah.
This
is a big man to talk to.
Yeah, you are praying when you're sharing seats with people on a plane. You're praying for the small old ladies.
Yeah.
I want as small as can be. Dwarves.
Because the smaller they are, the more space you actually have.
That's what I need.
Let's be real.
That's what I need. All right. So there is apparently wrestling happening. In fact, last night there was a big debut in NXT, SGG.
I saw that.
Richard Martavius Starks. Ricky Starks.
I gotta say, this all happened so fast. So fast.
Take us through it.
It went from what felt like months and months and months of, free Ricky Starks what's he doing? He's interviewing us with CVV saying he's healthy, but he doesn't know why they're not using him. He's just basically on ice. To Ricky's been released and Ricky's been removed from the roster page and Ricky has no non-compete all between Monday and Tuesday. It might have all been on Tuesday. And then Tuesday night, if you're watching NXT, you see a very Nitro-esque debut from the crowd.
Very Nitro-esque.
Ricky Starks with the microphone, complete with the "You know who I am" to start off the promo.
Yeah. Oh, it was Pasta Mania at Jay's.
It was, and everybody's hyped for this move, Ricky Starks.
Was it received well?
Yes.
People were excited to see him.
I haven't seen any negativity towards it at all. I got a text on my phone that, like, the moment it happened, that said, Ricky Starks just showed up on NXT, all caps, exclamation points.
Okay.
So
we love caps and exclamation points.
We love it. We love, especially when we talk about our pro wrestling, we love caps and exclamation points. So
I tweeted it. Let's see. I just tweeted Ricky.Starks exclamation points. 1,000 likes. People were happy. 65 retweets. It could be better, but we'll do the best we can.
I mean, it's Twitter, so
the other day I put up a tweet, didn't even remember that I put it up, I took a picture of the screenshot at the end of Kendrick's performance when it said game over.
Mm-hmm.
And I just took a picture of it and wrote, wow. And then I looked yesterday and it has 8,500 retweets. Everything. Let me tell you something. The Drake Kendrick thing has been so bad for content because it's been so good for content.
Mm-hmm.
It does such numbers. The people that I'm not joking. For some reason, my algorithm showed me this morning. First thing I got up was seeing Bethany Frankel from Real Housewives dancing to the Super Bowl performance and going, "I'm so like Kendrick Lamar." And I'm like, no, you are not Bethany Frankel. I see
it. I can see it.
Dip said, "Don't you dare.
Don't you talk about Bethany Frankel like that." I
hate it. There's so much. It's endless.
I looked up the sneakers.
What sneakers?
And I looked up the jacket.
What were the sneakers?
The jacket might be a 1 of 1, right?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, it is. It is. But what were the sneakers?
I don't know. They look cool.
What was I didn't know what sneakers.
I didn't see him past the jeans. The flare on the jeans was too crazy.
The what? Yeah. And then I saw people trying to break down what the flared jeans. I mean, listen. It's an odd. Can I tell you guys the truth? We're on Patreon, right?
We're not.
No, we're not. We're not. But it doesn't matter. It's an awkward.
That was a good commercial for Patreon.
Thank you. Oh yeah. By the way, you should be on Patreon. We did an episode on Sunday. Me and Dip. I think me and Dip just bullshitted for 45 minutes.
Did you get to halftime heat?
And then we watched halftime heat. Okay. Yes, we watched halftime heat, but there was a lot of bullshitting as well. But then we watched halftime heat.
45 minutes of this end.
But it was fun. I was in a great mood.
Nice to speak. Nice to speak with you again.
Yeah, it's great. It's like a little. My Kendrick relationship was so personal for so long, and I don't mean my personal relationship with him. I mean my public relationship with him was such a big part of my brand for so long. I was the Kendrick spokesperson in a time when, like, it's crazy. I'm not that old, but I'm literally from like yesteryear in media. There weren't like internet personalities for people to go to then.
No, I mean, look, you did the viral raps. Throw some cheese on it, which we might have to put on Patreon for people who don't know about. Throw some cheese on it.
Well, I don't know. There's an appearance by Redacted.
Oh, yeah. Maybe not.
I mean, it depends which Redacted you mean. I'm talking about personal life Redacted.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Kanye West?
Personal life Redacted.
Personal life Redacted, yeah.
Redacted.
Oh, whatever.
Redacted.
Yeah.
I don't think he got it. We're gonna move.
But listen, but because the world was, yeah. Yeah.
He could have got that in while.
Redacted? I mean,
No, I'm joking. It was just being a goof. It was just a goof.
Oh.
I mean, literally sort of redacted, but not actually. But
legally redacted, but not
legally redacted, confirmed.
legally.
But like the Kendrick thing, I was the Kendrick guy, okay? And now for it to be the biggest story in the world, like every day, and everybody is doing think pieces on this person
For now.
for this, but it's been 6 months of it or more. More? I think more.
Oh, I thought you meant just as a result of the Super Bowl.
No,
Definitely
Not Like
more.
Us came out May 4th.
Yeah.
May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, January. It's been, we're going to end up getting a year of Kendrick Lamar obsession.
And by the way, it felt this way, and I like Kendrick Lamar very much, but it felt this way. It felt like before this album and this new music, he was like, I was like, he better put out no music, or it's like people are going to stop caring.
I listen. There are people who felt that way.
I felt that way.
I didn't agree, but I also told you, Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers was very much not for you. It was a very intricate, wordy album. It wasn't for everybody, but that's who he is.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he's always kind of
I
been.
love the new music. What are you talking about?
No. We love the new music. GNX is nothing like Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers.
Right.
You don't listen to Mr. Morale.
Don't yell at me.
You haven't
Don't yell at
listened
me
to
about
By the way,
Mr. Morale. Look at that tiny little innocent, pathetic animal behind you.
Was that Rocky?
by the way, Dip texts me, and the second halftime ends. I didn't like it. I said to him, "You're gonna watch it again. You're not gonna feel this way. Don't tell me it wasn't good. I wasn't. This was he were with 2 hits. I was like, Dip, that wasn't the point of it. Trust me. 12 hours later, last night was major.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was so predictable. It wasn't as good as halftime heat.
No.
He didn't roll down the steps. But yeah, it's just weird. It's just crazy. The amount of think pieces on this man. They cover it on everything.
When was the last time? When was the last time you saw the Michael Jackson '93?
Oh, no, within the last by last Super Bowl.
I
like
mean,
a year.
that was.
But have you?
So major.
But I got news for you.
Yeah.
The beginning where nothing is happening.
What do you mean?
They're-
And he's standing there.
And he's standing there, and the whole crowd is screaming.
Yeah.
They're piping in sound.
You sure?
No.
No, they are.
Do
I heard a whole thing about it on the Michael Jackson podcast.
They're piping.
They talked to the people who produced it. It was silent and awkward, and nothing was happening. The Super Bowl is so big, the guy standing there. Think about it like this, and you guys know I'm one of the biggest Michael guys in the business today. Think about it like this: even if it's Michael Jackson, he's standing on a stage so far away from you when you're up in the stadium that the idea that you're just sitting there screaming as if he's in front of you when he's a dot a million miles away. It was in the building. The people who were there say it was quiet and weird, but on TV they were prepared for it and knew that gap was coming, and they went to Greg's favorite era in professional wrestling.
That's right.
And they Thunderdomed it out. By the way, are they piping in sound right now or not at all? Are they still
like
doing
a little?
something?
They are a little bit, but not to the point where I'm angry about it like I had been before.
I have a question, by the way. Have McAfee and Cole backed themselves into a corner now where they have to yeet the entire time this guy is doing it for 10 minutes straight?
I think so.
When they do the aerial and they go up and you just watch them doing it, Cole looks like he's about to keel over.
Yeah.
It's
How
like
much longer is this going to last, do you think?
The yeeting and all that, it's going to be a while.
Well, this level of, like, right now it's the thing, it's like all he does and like it repeats for 5 straight minutes. I imagine that is a through WrestleMania kind of thing.
Yeah, and it's going to get, if you enjoy it, you're going to get more of it after he wins the championship, if he wins the championship. And if you don't enjoy it, I'm just going to say it's going to get worse because they're going to build on that.
It's crazy though. Like the last, what was it? Since the Rumble, he literally comes out and does it. That's all he does for like 7 minutes, and then he'll talk. And now in this case, in this week, got beat up by Gunther. By the way, good. I liked that making of the match. By the way, I thought that was actually interesting. The Jey Uso getting beat up, grabbing the microphone and saying it. Considering it was completely telegraphed from post Rumble press conference when Jey Uso basically said he's choosing Gunther. I thought they added a little spice to it on Monday this week by having him get beat up by Gunther and then saying, it's official, I want you.
Am I overthinking it? I know we were talking about think pieces earlier. Am I overthinking it when I say that Jey Uso versus Gunther now being the Mania match is WWE sort of building a meta matchup between sports entertainment and pro wrestling as one of the main events for WrestleMania?
Oh, I don't know.
So like Jey Uso, right?
Mm-hmm.
He more represents sports entertainment. He comes out there, he has the flashy entrance, he hypes up the crowd, he does the yeet, he has the catchphrase, the glasses. His performance in the ring, people criticize for being like sort of limited on moveset, but people love him.
Yep.
Sports entertainment. Gunther, the mat is sacred. He's sort of pared down. Even when he's in street clothes, it's like very nondescript, regular guy because he's so focused on just beating his opponent, can beat him multiple ways. He represents pro wrestling. Am I overthinking it when I say that is what WWE is sort of doing with this storyline, is sports entertainment versus pro wrestling for one of the richest prizes?
I think right now you are. They could go there and make that sort of like what Gunther's thing is. But I don't think that's what the setup is for it. I think the setup is, look at that very handsome animal in the background. I think the setup on paper is this underdog who no one expected to be there, who's been around forever, who cannot seem to beat this guy, lost his Intercontinental Championship to him, lost in his first attempt to win the title, cannot beat this guy, and he just has to climb the mountain. That's what my assumption is. But they could make it what you're saying. I could see Gunther doing that. And by the way, I'm glad Gunther came and beat the hell out of Jey because his character just needs to be all in on being a heel still. It's been living in tweener land for too long. There's not enough there with him as a tweener.
Yeah. And he posted on social media a video saying the next 10 weeks is going to be hell on earth for Jey Uso because he should have thought about his own career and the reputation of his family and not chosen Gunther because now Gunther's going to just destroy him and embarrass him.
By the way, isn't it? And that should be interesting. So I guess SUG, that's going to be more of the story. So yes, I'm answering again. I do think you're overstating it. Yes, it's a good idea, but I don't think they're going to do that. But it is interesting that people have the audacity and the worst version of gall, the one kind of gall I can't accept.
Unmitigated.
And that's the unmitigated gall. You know how I feel about that.
Yeah.
If it's mitigated gall, I'm okay with it. I'm okay with mitigated gall. But when you have the unmitigated gall, to say that, by the way, does anybody use the term mitigated if it's not if it's not near gall? The only thing that's unmitigated is gall.
Risk is unmitigated.
You've used unmitigated risk?
Yes.
I've never used unmitigated risk.
We're mitigating the risk here.
Oh, no, but that's mitigating, not unmitigated. You're mitigating risk. You're not unmitigating risk.
True.
Because gall is unmitigated. Risk is mitigated.
Yeah.
Okay. So the people who have the unmitigated gall to say Jey Uso's not a good wrestler, doesn't someone earn after like 15 years of doing nothing but being a wrestler the right to go on a run where they're just over for being charismatic? Like, yes. Didn't he earn it?
Hogan.
Yeah, exactly. By the way, Hulk Hogan never even did the 15 years of the wrestling.
The Ultimate Warrior.
Right. The Ultimate Warrior did like 5 years of probably wrestling. If that. If you whatever you call what he did.
By the way, some argue Sting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Sting's Warrior Plus.
I mean, some argue that he was not the best wrestler. I've heard that many times.
About Sting? Yeah, a lot of these guys get that. Natalie, you're in the background on the camera going through stuff. I'm just letting you know.
The unmitigated goal.
Speaking of unmitigated ball, she just went full stone cold for no reason.
You think you know people in that town.
So, but I'm just saying, Jey Uso was not only like a wrestler, he's like one of the greatest tag team wrestlers of all time.
Yep.
They went years where they were not popular. They were just working wrestlers. That's all. They were literally, the Usos were the definition of not particularly famous in any way, no glory professional wrestlers. Like for the modern era, think about it.
Yeah,
think about
absolutely.
They were a modern day throwback to when wrestlers could be like some random guy who just like lived in a town. It's like, oh yeah, I'm a pro wrestler. That's what the Usos kind of were for a long time. No one cheered. You watched the thing of his first Rumble appearance, Jey Uso's? Have you seen that?
Nah.
Yeah, I watched it.
Jey Uso's first Rumble appearance. You could hear a pin drop.
Yeah. It's
one of those, and then you're like, oh, one half of a random tag team. Great. Like, I mean,
and if there was like the glowing face paint, I was like, which half?
And you don't know who.
The one half of a random tag team Rumble entrance is such a sad thing.
Oh boy.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, it goes from the beginning. Like they try. It was the mitigate. They try to mitigate that with Demolition in '89 by putting them for 1 and 2. But other than that, like think about.
Yep. Unless you go 1 and 2, or unless like it's the New Day and you're in the middle of like a big run. Because honestly, even the New Day, even when the New Day was in the middle of being popular, when Xavier Woods comes out, no one thinks a tag team wrestler is going to win.
Of course. No one thinks most people are going to win. But yeah, no, like it's just like, oh, he's just another guy in the ring. That's how people feel. You know.
It's a tough thing.
It would be like throwing Jacques or Raymond Rougeau in there. You know what I mean?
By the way, I remember that. Which ones were they in?
Actually, not
the early ones.
They were not. No, they were not in the Rumble either.
They never. Are you sure?
The Mountie had to be in the Rumble.
The Mountie had
even
to be
if
in the
he's
Rumble.
Jacques.
The Mountie might. I'm talking about the Rougeaus, and I don't think the Rougeaus were in '90. They definitely weren't, because the first match of Royal Rumble '90 was Rougeaus versus Bushwhackers, so they weren't in that Rumble. And in '89, I don't believe they were in the Rumble. And in '91, they had already broken up, and he was the Mountie. And Raymond had retired. So look that up, Statguy Greg. I don't think the Rougeau brothers were in the '89 Rumble.
You don't think so, huh? I feel like they were.
I'm actually 100% sure.
You're 100% sure?
Yeah.
SGG is doing the research. SGG, this is what ChatGPT said about you.
They were not in the '89 Rumble. No.
See? There you go.
It's like with Jannetty, when Jannetty came out in '90. Well, hold on. So by the way, order in '90, it was.
You should know this, Dip.
I do. I mean, it was number 1 was DiBiase. Number 2 was Coco. Number 3, who he threw out. Number 3 was Jannetty, who he threw out, and number 4 was Jake. And then it was Macho. And then Macho in my favorite Macho outfit of all time was the Rumble '90 outfit. And then they beat up on Jake, the two of them. The pop for Jake in the '90 Rumble is one of the greatest pops in my opinion of all time. I mean, when was the last time you watched that pop?
I can't say that I've seen it since 1990. I got to say.
Oh, really? It's made.
You're not. Yeah, that's insane. You need to. By the way, you have to watch Rumble '90. I mean, what's wrong with you?
Yeah, get your life together.
I watch it once a week.
I got to see this pop. One of the greatest of all time.
It's one of the greatest pops ever. And he points at him and he goes, "You and me." It's you and me. Oh my God! It's a great, one of the great entrances.
Nat, I'm so glad you didn't do this. I'm sorry. This is too much. It's so dumb. Dip, look at the DM that I just sent you. It's so dumb. I'm sorry. I'm so glad you didn't do it. I know you regret it. Trust me, I don't. The over the top pregnancy pictures where like everyone has to make themselves into a superhero. It's just like, it's ridiculous.
I should have done it. I was.
You were, but just take a really pretty picture, like a nice picture. The over the top dresses flying through the air. It's just a lot. People are enough.
I got to go in a second.
You have to go.
Yeah.
You're going and going.
He's got to go right now.
Minutes.
Okay.
Wait, not only a cockroach, but now they're rushing you out of the room?
Yeah.
Have they knocked already before?
No.
That was the first one.
Yeah.
By the way, you're not. I am almost extending my stay every time. What is it with the 11 o'clock checkout? Make it 12.
By the way, what's with the 4 o'clock check-in?
I know.
This is what it should be.
Go ahead.
12 o'clock should be 1 o'clock checkout, 3 o'clock check-in, or 12 o'clock checkout, 2 o'clock check-in. 2 hours.
I know. I know. Time. And by the way, because think about it, most people are out early. Most people aren't staying till the end. Most people have to go catch a flight, whatever it is.
I mean, not really. I don't know.
No, well, no, because Dip, if every room was like that, they would never be able to get it done in that window. You're actually supporting the case for why it's 4 o'clock check-in. If you think everybody's still there, I think that people are gone. But by the way, people aren't checking out every day, right? It's staggered when people are checking in and checking out.
These pictures are, I cannot even believe.
I just sent Dip a picture of someone I know, her pregnancy photos, and it's just so over the top. It's just like, because the wedding photos, I get it. That's the princess day. You get the princess photos on your wedding day. If you want to take nice pregnancy photos, that's great. It's a beautiful, incredible thing. But to me, it's not doing the fantasy princess thing again. Like, you already did the fantasy princess thing. In some cases, like a year prior. Take a photo with the family. The husband's holding the belly. You're having a baby. It's beautiful. It's like they're wearing capes and flying through the air. It's calm down. God, people are so. I mean, although this particular thing that we're talking about, I've been complaining to Dip about for years. So I get I'm a terrible guy. I just want everybody to know I'm a terrible guy. What? Did you hear that?
She confirmed, I guess.
Whenever I see, like, do you guys listening out there, do you know when you have that friend, either a guy or girl, who you know has been like desperate to like grow up and be in a relationship? And so you're able to clock every second when they meet the person who you go, well, that's it. They found the one. Here we go. Mm-hmm. And then you watch like, okay, they're serious. Pictures of the parents. 6 months later, engagement. 6 months later, wedding. 6 months later, baby. Like, not 6 months later, baby. You get the idea. So I clock that. I have to admit, I'm an a-hole about clocking that. And not that it's not legitimate. It could be legitimate. But I'm still an asshole.
It's still, and you're somewhat guilty of this, but you less so, frankly. It's become less prevalent. But recording your entire life and putting it on the internet. I mean, I don't understand the compulsion to do this. I will never understand it. I don't like it. I don't like when other people do it. I don't like when I find myself doing it once in a blue moon. I regret it immediately when I do it. I don't.
He does.
I don't like posting things on the internet in general about myself and about my client, about anything I'm doing professionally. I don't like posting things on personal thing. I don't think anyone needs to see anything, including my food.
Well, the one thing, listen, I agree with you on everything, but if you can't post food, what's Natalie supposed to ever post stories about? Natalie, just so you know, Natalie seldom
the food thing. If you've made the food, that's a different story. I've created this food. When the food comes to the table, I've had every meal on earth.
By the way, this one, not only does Natalie do it for her own food that she cooks and her favorite restaurant food.
Yeah.
She doesn't even post the restaurant food every time, but she still videos it in real life every time. When we go,
but if you want, fine.
But she's still insane. We've gone
Does
to
she
Bond
look back
Street.
at the videos of the food?
I don't know. Do you look back at the videos?
Sometimes.
What happens to the videos?
Sometimes you go back when you're hungry?
Oh, like if I
scroll past it. She is
back at old videos like that. I do.
This woman has videoed the same tuna tartare at Bond Street 50 times.
Tuna tartare is gorgeous.
No.
What is it?
No, maybe 10 times.
I will defend. I will defend the filming of the tuna tartare. It's gorgeous tuna tartare. I'm watching it.
Wait, do you guys have
we love tuna tartare.
Record of when the last time I've eaten something. So it just
No, I get it. You're keeping it. It sounds like a great idea, babe. Anyways, SUG, do you have Valentine's Day plans?
No, I don't. I don't.
No, you haven't made any plans.
Nah.
Any flowers or?
Look, I love my wife every day. I don't need
Joe,
Valentine's Day to
again, I want everyone to remember this theme. I
Tell
brought it up
me.
a couple of weeks ago. I'm bringing it up again. SGG stumbled into this incredible woman, and he walks around as if in the days leading up to it, this one was throwing herself at him. That one was, and he said, you know what? Hey, you. And he pointed at Crystal, said, you wanna be lucky enough to ride this train? Come on. And that was it. No Valentine's plans?
This love
No,
train.
no plans.
You
Yeah.
have plans?
Yes, I have plans. I have a reservation.
Where?
Bond Street with Fortuna Tartar.
Yeah.
That was an option, but I couldn't get a good table. We're going to Strip House.
All right.
I don't know what that is.
You've never been to Strip House?
No.
You've never been to Strip House?
If it's hey, look, if it's not Carbone, I don't know what you're talking about.
Strip House is a great steak place. There's one on West 44th and one on like East 12th.
I somebody posted the other day, like a full Carbone. One of my friends posted like a full Carbone 10 stories of their journey through Carbone.
Oh my God,
people get a grip. Get a grip on your life. You don't need to post every step of Carbone.
But how will other people know how much they enjoyed Carbone if they don't?
Who gives a shit
Here,
about eating at Carbone?
You know what I'm going to tell you guys right now? Here, and this is my little gem. And I understand we haven't done a lot of wrestling today, but here's my gem.
You love wrestling.
Well, we love wrestling. We think it's great. I would say the life gem is the coolest things that are happening in your life should not be able to be on social media.
Mm-hmm.
If the coolest thing that can ever happen in your life is on social media, you need to strive one level further for where like, oh, I can't pull out a camera for this. This is really good. Like, this is something I can't. Like, I'd look like a complete tool if I pulled out my phone. So I'm going to have the memory.
I love that you said that. I agree with it 1,000%. And when that moment happens, in your heart, okay, I was involved in a moment like that last night, and I will tell you right now, yes.
Tell us right now.
No, I can't.
Oh, okay.
But I know I'm not going to share it with you on the Fakakta podcast.
Fakakta. Wow. Oh my God.
I would have been crazy had I pulled out my phone.
Insane.
In the moment
No.
I was
crazy. You would have been looked at in a completely different light. You would have hurt your brand and your profession.
Yes. So,
but people
it was also like an oh my God type of thing, So
right. What a great thing to show off it would have been, but you can't because
I didn't want to.
You just wanted to live in it.
Yes.
I you know what though? This take that I have about if the best thing you do in your life you show on social media, you should strive to do better. It's a great take. I think there's only one thing I should do: film it and put it on the internet.
You should have filmed this moment and put it on. By the way,
people need to know. People do
That's
need
the whole
to know.
purpose of what we're doing.
All of this is being filmed and put on the internet. Sorry, SUG, what were you saying?
No, I'll say people need to know. It's a great take that people need to.
It is. It's a take I need to share with the people.
We're fine with the tuna tartar at Bond Street filming. We're not good with we're not okay with the journey through Carbone.
I accidentally, by the way, I accidentally posted the video of my daughter yesterday that I did not mean to post. I don't know if you guys saw it. I left it though because it was funny of me playing King Kunta and then her crying. It's currently in my stories and I didn't mean to, and I was like, oh, why did I post? No, it's funny.
It's too late.
It's I was already up. It had been seen by 1,000 people. I moved on. Did you see what Cypher Sound said in my comments the other day?
No.
A low-life piece of shit that he is. He goes, I posted the baby, an adorable picture of her wearing a Hot 97 hoodie Hot 97 onesie sitting with Tribe Called Quest records. And she said, did you ask your daughter if she wants to be all over the internet? And I said, did you ask your kids if they want their dad to miss Christmas because he's at the ha-ha hole in Davenport, Iowa?
Oh, my God. That's a terrible response.
But what do you mean? It's the exact same thing.
You're both terrible guys.
By the way, I am taking, once she becomes the age of a person that like it looks like a human being and no longer like a little blob baby, I'm not going to post her anymore.
Whatever you want. I gotta go, guys.
All right, so
Do what you want. I got
Same age.
there it is. But oh wait, you can't leave the second. You got to hit Paul. I don't know where you are. I don't know where your recording is.
Okay. Well,
I guess we got to wrap up the podcast now.
wrap it up.
We got to wrap it up, guys. This is why you have to have Patreon, so you can hear other episodes of us talking about bullshit and also some wrestling, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
But think about it. We're sort of in a weird spot. Rumble set. We only have one match set for WrestleMania.
The Elimination Chamber is still in flux. So,
Elimination Chambers. We have some people qualified. Logan Paul beat Rey Mysterio in the main event on Monday Night Raw. So we're figuring out where we're going to be. We're in that weird period before Chamber elimination. So there's still a lot to get to. Maybe we'll break down NXT. What is it? Heat Wave next week?
Vengeance Day.
Vengeance Day. Vengeance Day is next week in Washington, D.C., and then you have Chamber elimination. And then, of course, we're on the official road to WrestleMania. Yeah. Anyways, we love you guys. We'll see you in the Discord or send us an email. Same age, guys.
Take it easy, man.